So on the Pro edition of RightTool, when you enable group favorites, you're going to see an option down here that says group favorites. And one of the things that we can do, or we should do with this, is to create folders or create groups where we can have multiple URLs or direct access pages to QuickBooks Online that include both QuickBooks Online related links or maybe external links as well. So let's say this is client ABC, and I'm creating a folder so I can create a whole bunch of direct URLs inside of this client ABC. So let's say when I log in into this client, I typically go into bank transactions. Let's say that's a typical place that I go into. So I'm going to click on Save Page and then select client ABC. So it loads in there. Then I click on Save. Let's say the other place I go to is to a specific bank register. So I'll pick the specific register that I usually want to go to, or the first one I want to go to. To change it up there, notice that there's a unique URL, and anything that has a unique URL that will work for that. So we go to Save Page and then put here register Chase 4951. Okay, and so you go down the list here and you create all your direct links and you do them all from QuickBooks stuff. But also, let's say for example that I have I get the emails from a specific client. So I actually search it in Gmail, for example, and you notice that in Gmail, as long as I have a direct URL, okay, you can do also something that says from, okay, and then pick your specific email. So again, as long as there's a direct, unique URL, like a Gmail homepage that goes straight into the list of all the emails you got from that specific client, we copy that URL up here, copy it, and then we go back into RightTool, and then we go to Save Page. But instead of using the current page that I'm in, I replace the URL with this Gmail URL, and then I put this under client ABC and save. And for example, let's say we go to Keeper, and let's say I'm inside one of my clients' Keeper page, and that's a typical place that I go to. And again, think about whatever practice management software you use and find out if there are direct URLs to go straight into that client's page. So for example, I know that in Keeper, I can copy the direct URL and I can just copy this and then go back into QuickBooks, open up RightTool, go to Save Page, and I'll paste the URL there. And I know specifically with Keeper, as long as I remove the date and this thing called EID, if I remove that and just leave this thing that says CID, that's actually the client ID. If I do this, it'll go straight into the client's latest closing, and then put it here where it says client ABC, and I'll put here Keeper client ABC, whatever it is, and then I click on Save. So now you see I have 4 URLs in RightTool's group favorites. So for example, let's say I'm just going to close out all these URLs up here so we can kind of like simulate how we would use this group favorites. And let's say I go into a specific client that I'm logged into first. So I log into the client that I want to go in first. So once I'm logged into the client, I go into group favorites, which by the way, I can individually go to any of these, or I can click on this little icon that has the up arrow. Basically that icon opens up all of those 4 into new tabs. So I'm going to click on the icon and notice that we have our banking page, which is one of the direct URLs that we wanted to go to, the specific register page, direct URL wanted to go to, the Gmail page that already contained the filter for that client specific email, and then the Keeper page that went straight into that client's latest closing. So that gives you, in a nutshell, how you would use group favorites by entering custom URLs and also QuickBooks URLs in the mix.